Hey, for those of you who didn't hear my little spiel already, and we didn't hear our little spiel because we weren't even sure we were live. Welcome. We are so happy that you are joining us tonight. We were all supposed to be on stage over in Ballard as songwriters, one after the other, playing tonight, and we were all invited there by the fabulous Joy, who knows us all. We actually don't know each other that well, but we were all going to share the stage. And then when the shelter-in-place order came down, we decided, hey, let's try to move it to the virtual interwebs. And one of us there in the red T-shirt, Nad Budin, who is a little bit of a technical wizard, figured out how we could do this and be in different locations and still play in the round. So we are remote and in the round. And we've got 5 songwriters tonight. I hope you're looking forward to hearing their music. I've never heard their music, and I'm looking forward to it. But we got Ron Martinez. Ron, give us a wave.
Hey.
There. We got Chris Frick. We got Jake Rodriguez.
Hey.
And I'm Andy Rue Forrest, and then Nad Budin there in the red shirt. So we hope that wherever you are, you know who you are, and you don't need to be introduced. We hope that you're safe, and that you're happy, and that you have a nice little nest to hang out in. And we hope that you enjoy a little bit of music with us tonight. So we're just going to go one after the other here, and we'll go around a few times. So without further ado, Ron, what are you going to play for us?
Hey, thanks, Andy. I'm going to play a song called Adoro. It's in Spanish. It means I adore you. And this song I'd like to dedicate to my oldest sister, Martha, who passed away in 2005. And her birthday is tomorrow, so I want to dedicate this to her. She was a beautiful woman. She was fun, and her favorite phrase was "It's ambrosia." Every time she ate a piece of steak, she'd say, "It's ambrosia." So I was really surprised and happy when I walked into Fred Meyer one day and found ambrosia apples. So I try them all the time. They're very good, by the way. All right, so here we go. This is called Adoro. Adoro la calle en que nos vimos, la noche cuando nos conocimos. Adoro las cosas que me dices, nuestros ratos felices, los adoro, vida mía. Adoro la forma en que sonríes y el modo en que a veces me riñes. Adoro la seda de tus manos, los besos que nos damos, los adoro, vida mía. Y me muero por tenerte junto a mí, cerca, muy cerca de mí, no separarme de ti. Y que eres mi existencia, mi sentir. Eres mi luna, eres mi sol, eres mi noche de amor. Adoro el brillo de tus ojos, lo dulce que hay en tus labios rojos. Adoro la forma en que suspiras y hasta cuando caminas, yo te adoro, vida mía. Y me muero por tenerte junto a mí, cerca, muy cerca de mí, no separarme de ti. Y que eres mi existencia, mi sentir, eres mi luna, eres mi sol, eres mi noche de amor. Adoro el brillo de tus ojos y lo dulce que hay en tus labios rojos. Adoro la forma en que suspiras y hasta cuando caminas, yo te adoro, vida mía. Yo te adoro, vida, vida mía. Yo te adoro, vida, vida mía.
Nice.
Thank you.
That's nice. What a beautiful homage to your sister.
Thank you.
Hey, let's do a little tech check. If you're out there listening on Facebook and you want to maybe just tell us if it sounds okay, you could let us know in the comments or if anything can be improved. Nat, how do you think we're doing?
We will find that out about a minute after you say so.
Right. How do you feel like we're doing, Nat?
Yeah, I think it sounds good on my end, so hopefully everything's coming through okay over there.
Okay, it doesn't. My video is stuck on Facebook, but maybe that's just the nature of my feed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems a little finicky, but hopefully, yeah, people are saying it sounds good.
Okay, great, excellent. So it sounds like we might not be a minute behind. So let's move over, Christopher Frick. What are you going to play for us? Oh, you're on mute. Let's take Chris off mute.
Unmute Chris and mute everybody else.
Yeah.
That was really beautiful. Thank you, Ron. And forgive me just a minute there. There's a little bit of folks were trying to get in. They just need a little help figuring out how to get to the links and all that. So I apologize for a little bit of texting there at the beginning of your song. I've been thinking about sheltering in place, and I've been thinking about where being here at home and doing this kind of thing, and so I've been just sort of thinking about what we're all sort of the underlying hum and buzz of the stress of this for all of us, and I have I don't usually play from lyrics. Usually I have a song memorized, but this one is very new. The news is bad, it may get worse. We've heard it all, line and verse. But the fear is just a scratch on love, reminding us there's someone else we're thinking of. I will get through because of you. In the scheme of things, this won't last long. We may feel weak, but we are strong. The fear a scratch on love, reminding us there's someone else we're thinking of. I will get through because of you. The streets are empty, but my heart is full. I'm making plans because my dreams still pull. 'Cause the fear is just a scratch on love, reminding us there's someone else we're thinking of. And I will get through because of you. I will get through because of you. We're made of stuff that's been around since as long as time can bear. What makes you think we're going anywhere? Fear is just a scratch on love, reminding us there's someone else we're thinking of. And I will get through because of you. Oh, because of you.
Nice. So it's a new song, huh, Chris?
Yeah, it's a new
Yeah.
song. I just,
Yeah.
it's just with all this going on that, yes, we're afraid. This will end. It will come over. We can continue to have our dreams. We can think about the people we love, and we just got to keep thinking about tomorrow.
That's right.
This will end. It just won't end on our schedule.
Yeah. Yeah. It's some freaky times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to cruise on over. Chris, where are you, by the way? Where are you located? You got a bunch of people in the house, and you had some Chinese food. What town are you in? You're in Seattle, right?
Yeah, I'm in Seattle.
Yeah, okay. What neighborhood?
I'm in the Madison Valley area.
Madison Valley, cool. Okay, well, we're going to go down south just a little bit and hear Jake Rodriguez. And Jake's got a friend there sitting behind him at the keyboard. It's actually a very tiny person. He's just this big. And so I'm going to let Jake introduce. There you go. Yeah. I'm going to let Jake introduce the tiny person who's standing on the keyboard.
Yeah, so the tiny person is Brian Goen. He'll be playing the piano with me. And off camera, we have his son, Zeke Goen, playing the drums.
Cool.
And we've been playing together for about, more than 4 years, probably about 6 now. And
That long?
that long, yeah, since when I was in high school. I graduated in 2016. And
Oh my gosh.
yeah, and within all that time, we have a couple of songs that we're gonna play for you guys. This one is called "Hopeful Nomads."
Cool. Thank you.
Nice. Nice. We are hopeful that we could be nomads again. We could start wandering.
Yeah.
That was nice. You guys sound great.
Thank you.
And kudos to the how old is the drummer?
Drummer's 17.
Nice. Okay. Well, if you joined us late, if you came in a little bit late, we're doing this in the round, which means we're going one songwriter after the next, and we'll go around a couple of times. And we're also doing it remote. It's remote and in the round because Nat Boudin, in the red shirt there, figured out how to make it all work from different places, but still be on the same stage. We were all supposed to be on the same stage tonight at Ballard Brothers Seafood on 15th. We want to give a shout out to them. It's hard to be making it in the restaurant business right now. They're open for lunch. They take a little break and then they serve dinner. Oh my God, what's going on? I don't know. I'm getting some weird technical messages. But Nat, you can hear me okay, right?
Yeah, your video is breaking up a little bit, but it seems like it's okay now.
Okay. I'm not that much to look at anyway, so you can always kill the video. But sometimes if you might have to kill some of our videos just to get the bandwidth there as well. So, well, one thing I would like to wish to all the people who are sheltering in place tonight, which is very important as you are in your nest, is good snacks. Good snacks are very important, right? And this song is about one of my favorite snacks, which is a miracle. It's a miracle snack, and that is the snack of microwave popcorn. Yes, I wrote a song about microwave popcorn. It's about 3 minutes long, so you can make microwave popcorn while I'm playing it if you want to. And actually, microwave popcorn is more than just a miracle. It's two miracles, right? Because microwave ovens, how do those work? Don't know. Amazing. And then also popcorn, tiny little kernels, rocks that turn into fluffy pillows. Unbelievable. So this is a story about, or a little bit of history and a chemistry lesson about how microwave popcorn works and about the man who invented the microwave oven, whom we of course all know is Percy Spencer. Oh, 900 years ago, in Peru or Mexico, in an Aztec or an Incan accident, some clumsy llama driver dropped his corn into the fire, and behold, historical events. The kernels hit the coals and they started to explode into fluffy, crunchy pieces of puffed corn. Oh, folks were all a mutter, we can't wait to invent butter, and the miracle of popping corn was born. Oh, microwave popcorn, popping like a drum. Microwave popcorn, two miracles in one. Now working hard at Raytheon, turning radar systems on, Percy Spencer, electronics engineer. When his Hershey bar and pocket melted, Percy had to comment, man, this radiation shit, it's really weird. The supervisor warned, the equipment's getting warm, but Percy Spencer kinda had a hunch. If I just control the wave, there's some time that I can save, 'cause I think that I can make this cook my lunch. Oh, microwave popcorn, popping like a drum. Microwave popcorn, two miracles in one. You know every golden kernel is a hard shell that encircles an endosperm with slightly higher moisture. In the heat it turns to steam and the pressure gets extreme. It's like vows of chastity inside a cloister. The shell it cannot hold, so the whole thing then explodes, expanding up to 50 times its size. The front door's made of glass, so just sit there on your ass while the miracle takes place before your eyes. Oh, microwave popcorn, popping like a drum. Microwave popcorn, two miracles in one. There's some salt in every bag and some saturated fat liquefies when it collides with microwaves. Your saliva glands secrete, 'cause you know that tasty treat. It's only 60 dozen pops away. I still cannot believe it, better than I'd ever dream it. It's a bite of white as light as lingerie. More divine than it is human, not to mention that Paul Newman is giving all his hard-earned cash away. Oh, microwave popcorn, popping like a drum. Microwave popcorn, 2 miracles in one. Oh, microwave popcorn, 2 miracles in one. Microwave popcorn.
Awesome, Andy.
That was great.
So last but not least in our circle here, in our circle of songwriters, we're going to get to the wizard behind the curtain, Nat Boudin, who's got to be not only a songwriter and a singer tonight, but he's also got to be a event director as he's switching between screens and turning people on and off. So all our hats go off to the genius of Nat Boudin. Nat, what are you going to play for us?
Yeah, so actually, Andy, could you try talking while I've got myself up on the stream for a moment?
Sure. Yeah.
Cool.
You want me to just stall? You want me to tell
no,
jokes?
That's good.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that you could still be heard while I was on screen.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, so this is this is a children's song, actually. I wrote a children's song. It's the only one I ever wrote. It is, I feel like a lot of people are spending a lot more time at home right now, and as a result, they're spending a lot more time around their kids, and I don't have children myself, but I did write a children's song, and also my parents are watching this stream, and this song involves apologizing to them, so here we go. I'm sorry, Dad. You seem upset. You're driving Kitty to the vet. My lunch got in her bowl somehow, I suppose. But it wasn't me. It was the ghost. I'm sorry, Mom. Your foot's in pain. Because it landed on my model train. I put that thing away an hour ago. And so you see, it was the ghost. For you see, back in the 18th century, there was a little old lady who lived in this very home. And she fell down a well and died, and it was sad and everyone cried. But her spirit rose from the grave and began to roam. And she loved children, and she loved kitties. And she hates it when mean parents make their children and their kitties eat disgusting food they don't like, so stop it, okay? I'm sorry, Dad. It's not my fault that Mrs. Perkins switched the sugar and the salt. Some salty coffee with your toast. I guess you should not mess with ghosts. You bought a house. It came with a ghost. So it wasn't me. It was the ghost.
Yeah. That's destined for Saturday morning or something like that. Sounds like you should cut an album, Nat, of kids songs. That's great.
I should mention this. I'm working on an album. It's a solo album. It's called Blue Sky. It's going to be out any time now, really like any week now, and that is the only children's song on it. Many of them are very much not for children. You might hear some of those later.
Yeah, well, we're all children of different levels of maturity, right? I saw a picture on your Facebook page. Is that the cover of the album?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, you're standing in some water, or somebody is.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, it looks good. I like it. I think it should be the cover. It looks good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That one was taken by my wife Vic, so she's on the stream watching as well.
Nice. Is she in the house with you?
She is. She's in a separate room.
All right. Well, don't be shy, people. If your dog is barking, if your kids come out, if there's people in the background who come through. We're sheltering in place, and that's just part of your life. People may want to be with you. They may want to come and sit down next to you. So it's we can keep it family friendly and informal here. So, but we're going to go over to Ron. Ron's trading some stocks while he's getting ready to play there. We got to unmute. We got to unmute you, Ron, and then you can say your joke again, which was funny because we saw you laugh, but we didn't hear you.
Sorry about that. I was trying to text my daughters telling them, okay, I'm on.
Oh, okay. They were on before, though. I saw their comments.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Can I ask how many people are streaming it?
Well, we don't know exactly if they come in and they come out unless Nat sees the number. Oh, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
And I
Okay.
can't tell if the chat stream goes in sync with the video or not. Probably not, right? The chats are going faster than the video? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, Ron, what are you going to play for us for round 2?
Round 2 coming up. I'm going to do a song called Chasing Rainbows. A little bit of a rock song. So here we go. Hold me close. Don't you leave me. Hold me tight in your arms. How'd you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. You came along and changed my mind. At my heart under lock and key. There you are, standing there. I'll take a chance. Let's start this day. I won't give up on love tonight. And here we are, chasing rainbows, running after the wind. We're both chasing rainbows, our hearts open again. Here we are, chasing rainbows, reaching up towards the sky. And we're both free to choose, you and I. Reasons come, then they always go. Where our love's answers, no one knows. Will our broken hearts ever mend again? Gonna catch us a rainbow. This love won't end. So hold me tight. Now you're with me. Hold me close in your arms. Stay with me. Let me be the one you run to. Hold me in your arms tonight. Kiss me once, and then maybe kiss me twice, and yeah, stay with me, and I'll hold you tight. I won't give up on love tonight. Here we are, chasing rainbows, running after the wind. We're both chasing rainbows, our hearts open again. Here we are, chasing rainbows, reaching up towards the sky. But we're both free to choose, you and I. Yeah, we're both free to choose, you and I.
Nice.
Thank you, guys.
Nice going. All right. We're going to move on over to coming into Seattle. Chris, looks like you got your harp out.
I do.
You got a lot of headgear on. You got the headphones, you got the harp.
Yeah, it's.
Looks like you're getting ready for musical battle.
Yeah. The thing I noticed about the harp on the video is that in the right position, it looks like a Wallace and Gromit smile.
Nice.
You know, just sort of
Yeah.
a permanent Wallace and Gromit smile.
Yeah.
I just want to give a shout out to Nat over here, who thank you for all your time this week. Nat took a couple of hours with us over the week to help us all technically get patched in to make this work. We're all using different equipment. I'm using a USB Yeti mic, but we actually went through 2 PCs trying to get this thing set up. So he took extra time with me, and I know he helped Ron, and I know all of us had technical glitches. I know everybody is working with different equipment. And
Different equipment and different levels of intelligence, too. And different aptitudes and different. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he helped me a lot. Totally. Shout out to Nat. This wouldn't have happened without Nat.
Yes. And I love the different styles of sheltering in place that we see here. We've got a couple, most of us, look pretty normal. And then we've got Jake over here who looks like he's really gone into full bunker mode. They're down, they look like they're in a deep bunker somewhere. It's dark. They probably are eating just meals ready to eat. And they're just probably they're probably breathing recycled air.
They're going to eat the 17-year-old soon.
Exactly. All right, this one's strictly instrumental. I brought the orchestra up. That's this. And the orchestra and the guitar oftentimes get into arguments. The orchestra wants top billing and a larger case. It's a Napoleon thing, I think. So every once in a while, the two of them get into a bit of a duel. And so this one's kind of an entirely instrumental piece. Let me just get this tweaked a little bit. And this one, by the way, is in the key of C for Corona.
That was beautiful.
I know what some of you are thinking. He's not really doing that. I saw his lips move. I get that a lot.
That was really nice.
Thanks.
They're always nice to have a little instrumental there in there too, especially for those of us who jam it too full of words. So that was really great. Yeah, appreciate that. So Jake, what's the bunker gonna do now?
So yes, we are in a bunker, and we are here showcasing our full supply of toilet TP. It'll last us
Nice.
only a few days, but so
Oh, man, teasing us.
I guess we'll play the next song here. This one's called "Flying."
Flying?
Yes. The world knows I'm stubborn and that I'm selfish too. But if you get to know me, you'd know I'd share a piece for you. Those days I'm blue, then I remember I hold a piece of you. Nothing else seems to matter if I can just think of you. Nothing else seems to matter if I can just get a hint of you. 2, 3, 4. And I'm flying 'cause of you. And I'm flying 'cause of you. Nothing else seems to matter when I can just think of you. And I'm flying 'cause of you. And I'm flying 'cause of you. The world knows I'm stubborn and that I'm selfish too. But if you get to know me, you know a piece of me's in you.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice job, Jake. Yeah, it's beautiful. So you said before that you had worked up 2 or 3 songs, and so are you gonna cut out? Or are we gonna get you again on the next round?
You'll get me again in the next round. I've just gotta choose from
Maybe you have about 15 minutes. You can write one before it comes
15 minutes to
around
write one.
to you again. Yeah.
The next one is Corona in C.
Yeah, well, I saw that. Nice. I saw that David Gilboa joined, and a bunch of us are members of Songwriters in Seattle. David's, of course, kind of one of our. I don't know. I don't know if he's a founding member, but he's certainly kind of one of the patriarchs of our family. And we're happy to have you here, David. I'm finding it super impressive, and I hope David does too, that we are not only remote from each other, but we are in the round, and we're doing this in the round, and that's because Nat Boudin understands things about technology that I do not. And he's not only has rigged this all up to make it work from separate locations, but he's also decided he can perform at the same time. So here is again Nat Boudin.
All right. Let me just switch over here. Cool. So this next one is about my second cousin, Gerda Schulman. She was born in 1915 in Vienna, Austria. But in 1936, like many Jews there, she had to flee the country. And eventually she ended up in New York, where she became a psychologist and helped people well into her 80s. And she was an amazing person to know and a great innovator and the worst driver I've ever seen in my life. This song is dedicated to her memory. Let's actually mute the other people on the stream here. Okay, great. Yeah, this song's called Gerda. Vienna in the spring 1937. The rustle of leaves, the sound of cafes. It was heaven, and Gerda was 20 years old, newly married. She had to leave it all and go, with danger behind her and the unknown ahead. New York was a world of enchantment, a promise of better just over the sea. To the tired and the poor who, like Gerda, huddled in masses and yearned to be free. It's nearly 100 years on, and I hear the war drumming. I look at my countrymen, at what we're becoming, and I know in my heart that if Gerda could see it, she'd be dismayed to recognize clearly the ghosts she had fled from inside her new home. No more is the world of enchantment, now we are the dangerous place. There's families in peril, their home is a war zone. We're slamming the door in their face. Vienna in the spring 1937.
Nice, Nat.
Thank you.
Yeah. So did she come right from Vienna to the U.S., or did she go?
No, there was actually a period of time where she was in Amsterdam, I think. I should look this up again.
Uh-huh.
But her husband had Dutch citizenship, so they were able to go through there.
Yeah. Yeah. I had relatives that had took a similar path, and since the Nazis were in Vienna in the 20s, a lot of people who were in Vienna in the 20s kind of were wise to what was coming when the Nazis came to power in the 30s in Germany. They were like, okay, time to go. That's what happened with my family. So, yeah, but I have some of those old pictures of Vienna. Beautiful, beautiful city.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what were you going to say?
No, just agreeing with you.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm going to do a song about a woman that I used to date, and she was kind of an aggressive person, a dominant kind of personality. And I tried to break up with her a number of times, and she said to me, well, you can't break up with me, we're just friends. And I said, well, I think we're more than friends, I mean, like, we're sleeping together and stuff like that. And she was, oh gosh, men make everything so sexual. And I kept trying to do this, and she would say, no, we're just friends. And so time went on, and now, there were a couple of kids, and there was a house and some more houses, and she's actually in one of the bedrooms back there. It's 30 years of marriage, and she's hiding back there. But this song is for the person with whom I am sheltering in place, and it's called We're Just Friends. Oh, a giggle and a wink doesn't mean a thing. You told me we're just friends. Oh, a dozen roses left on my front doorstep, and you said, hey, don't get used to it. There's really nothing meant, and there's little cards and chocolates by the score. And you keep saying, come on, baby, that's what friends are for. Well, dinner party, your place. Surprised look on my face, seems like I'm the only one on the guest list tonight. Oh, and by the way, that sexy negligee, when company comes over, do you always dress that way? After dinner tour around your loft. Whoa, look, here's some jammies and a toothbrush with my name embossed. We're sitting on the sofa and I don't know if it's kosher. You're sitting kinda closer than necessary it seems. I thought that watching movies kinda sorta meant that we'd be facing forward toward the television screen. And if you call that a back rub you're giving me, I don't think you're a very good judge of human anatomy. Daddy's mixed up and my mama's confused, and my friends, they find it confusing. Yeah, just 'cause you're sleeping in my bed every night, you said everybody ought to stop jumping to conclusions. I'm feeling like a floozy in a warm jacuzzi. You're telling me we're just getting clean, but there's parts of you that are bumping into pieces of me. Hey, I usually bathe myself, but I guess it could be done by someone else if they have more expertise. Now holding hands, you said that's for balance. Yeah, walking in the rain, that's just weather. Stripping me down, running your hands all around me, you said that's a security measure. Yeah, I don't know what the future holds in store. Share a cemetery plot and maybe more. That's what friends are for.
Awesome, Andy.
Thanks. So we're going to go around again, round two. If you're coming in a little bit late, where this is Songwriters Remote, and in the round we were all supposed to be at Ballard Seafood, but instead we are sheltering in place in our own homes. Thank you to Joy, who is not pictured here off camera, but is listening, I think, and to Nat Booten, who is pictured and who figured out how we could all be remote but together. And speaking of just being remote and together, and just I think anytime there's a catastrophe, of course, anytime there's trauma out there in the greater society, the people who feel it and hardest and who are really in pain and who fall the furthest are those folks who are already living on the edge and who already live in stressed out lives. A lot of us have a nice place to shelter in place and have our family and friends around to check on us or to be with us. And for those folks who don't, there's a group called Northwest Harvest. I don't know if you've heard of them before. We want to do just kind of a quick word on them because Northwest Harvest is kind of the bank for the food banks all over Washington State. And they move cash and food and resources around to make sure that the places which are hardest hit and the people who really need food safety can get it. And so I know there's a lot of pleas out there and requests and Indiegogos and GoFundMes for restaurants and arts organizations. And if it's great to give a little bit, if you can, to different groups. And we just, rather than put a tip jar out tonight, we really just wanted to plug Northwest Harvest because they do a great job of feeding people. And if you don't have food, you can't get the rest of your life together. If you're stressed out about food, if you're stressed out about getting food for your kids, you can't function. So Nat'll post that in the comments or somewhere if you want to go check out Northwest Harvest.
Just drop a link in the chat there.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Nat. So without further ado, remote and in the round. Let's go around again. Ron in Linwood. All the way out in Linwood. What you gonna do? Oop, we got to take Ron off mute. Let's see. Hold on, Ron. We got to get you off mute there.
Got you there.
Okay. Hey, thank you, Andy. I'm gonna do a song that I wrote about a year ago. It's in English and in Spanish, and I want to say thanks to Northwest Harvest. I hope that people can contribute if they're able. It's a good organization. So here's the song. It's called "If You Went Away" in English, and in Spanish it's "Si te vas de mí." If you went away, I'd be lost without you. I'd be torn apart. I'd be broken and blue. Si te vas de mí, si no te quedas aquí. Si te vas de este amor, nos estamos perdidos. But if you stay, the stars would all shine, the moon would glow, even the trees would grow. Si te quedas conmigo, tus labios sabrían dulce y natural cuando estás aquí, aquí conmigo. Stay with me, baby. In my arms is where you should be. Quédate, quédate, querida. No te vayas de mí. So don't go away. Tell me you'll stay. We'll walk in the rain, querida, and hold hands again. Si te quedas conmigo, tus labios saben dulce y natural cuando estás aquí, aquí conmigo. 'Cause if you stay, the stars would all shine, the moon would glow, even the trees would grow. Si te quedas conmigo, si te quedas aquí, si te quedas con nuestro amor, estaríamos felices. Stay with me, baby. In my arms is where you should be. Quédate, quédate, querida. No te vayas, no te vayas de mí.
Nice,
Nice.
Ron.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Chris, I see that the harp has been removed. It's been destrapped. Let's take Chris off mute, and so we can move around the circle here. We'll let him out of the cage.
I had Ron. That was beautiful. I had the opportunity to hear Ron about a month ago at Savannah's down south, and it was a beautiful night. Ron sounded so good that night, and when he went into that belting that you heard in the middle of that song, I swear the walls in the place were vibrating. It was wonderful. It was just beautiful.
Well, she may have been the reason that the stars came out at night, and she may have been the reason everything would be alright. When you find yourself holding on to something that was never yours or may have never been, then it's time to begin. Letting go. So say your Hail Marys, or pray as you will, that there's time enough within you for joy and love still. blessings, one and all. Step into tomorrow with a smile. No medals will be given, no trumpet sounds will blare. You'll just wake up one morning and you'll know that you are there. So take joy every moment with a lover or a friend. Nature has it in for us, and someday it will end. Take joy. And count your many blessings, one and all. And step into tomorrow with a smile.
Awesome, Chris.
That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Really nice, Chris. Love the blending of the classical kind of riffs. Did you study some classical guitar?
No, but I listened to a lot of it.
Yeah, yeah. Gets in your soul, huh?
It does. It really
And then it comes back out. Yeah, it was great. Love it. Yeah.
That's some phenomenal finger picking.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Always amazed by that.
Yeah.
Are we going to hear from the bunker next?
Yeah, we're going around.
Yeah, we're next.
Us in the bunker.
Okay. All right.
We are, in fact, underneath the house.
Yes. All right. This next song is called "Out of This World." I'm falling. I'm falling for you. Cut me out of the blue, and I wonder if it's true. I'm floating. I'm floating. It's true. I don't know where I'm going, but I know it leads to you. This ain't something I believe, but now I can see we're out of this world. This world. I'm falling, yeah, I'm falling, it's true. I don't see the ground, do you? And are you falling too? Are you? Now I believe, but can you save me? We're out of this world.
Cool. Nice. Beautiful, guys. Anybody up in the house above you?
Oh yes, my wife and my son is actually mixing our sound.
No, nice.
The other computer that we have there.
Yeah. That was great. Alrighty, Nat.
Yeah. So we mentioned Joy a few times. Excuse me. Let me switch over here. We mentioned Joy a few times, and she's the one who really got this whole thing started. She had originally organized our concert slot at Ballard Brothers Seafood and Burgers, and she's a great friend, and she's a great musician herself. And the first song I ever heard her perform is the one I'm about to play. I'm going to cover a song of hers.
Oh yeah. Well, hold on a second. See, David is he's getting Joy over here. Little
Oh,
show
hey.
and tell. Come on, Joy. Don't be shy. Get
right.
over here. Come on, Joy. There she is. That's Joy. There she is. Yeah.
All right, Joy. I unmuted you. You're on
Thank
the
you,
stream.
Joy.
Yeah.
Joy, we owe our existence to you.
All right, we'll go away now.
All right.
So thank you very much, Joy, for putting this together originally at Valor Brothers. And yeah, so I'm going to play a Joy original song. It's called You're Loved. It's the first song I ever heard her play. I grew up expecting a man would be by my side. But just a pretty face, the rest of me I had to hide. Emptiness, sorrow and fear, denying the truth, felt all these years. Just for the day I am loved, I just say it to myself, just for being me. I am am loved to the very core of me. There's only one of me. I am loved. You grew up expecting to carry it all alone. Man of Steel dealt with it on your own. Doubt, hesitation, and fear, denying the truth you felt all these years. Just for the day you are loved, won't you say it to yourself? Just for being you. You are loved to the very core of you. There's only one of you. You are loved. Look in the mirror, see all you have to see. The heartache, the goodness, the fear of being free. Whatever path you are on, sing it like it's a song. Just for the year you are loved, won't you say it to yourself? Just for being you. You are loved to the very core of you. There's only one of you. You are loved. Then you'll realize it's true. There's so much love inside of you that you are truly worthy of your love for the rest of your life. You are loved, won't you say it to yourself? Just for being you. You are loved to the very core of you. There's only one of you. You are loved. Ooh, you are loved.
Nice. That was great, and very much. I haven't heard it before, but I know that it's a joy song because it is so joyful. I don't think I've ever met another human being on this earth that has the name and the demeanor and the vibe as well matched as Joy. Certainly better than the match between Nat, his character, and his name, which seem to be a little at odds with each other. But we're doing Songwriters in the round and remote, sheltering in place, but all together. And we're going around, and on my screen, I don't know how it looks on the other Songwriter screen, but on my screen, Nat's got us all arranged, so it's easy for me to remember the order. And I can see that I go next because I'm right next door to him. It feels like the Brady Bunch a little bit, like the beginning of the Brady Bunch. But some of us are old enough to know what I'm talking about.
You can thank Zoom Incorporated for that nice ordering.
And someday we will all live in a house together with Florence Henderson or somebody like her. Okay, guess what style of music I'm going to play? I put on the hat for it.
Classical.
Yeah, I met a guy. This is a Western story. It's a true Western story. I was flying back in the days when you could fly on airplanes. I met a guy a week after my dad died. I was flying back from Hawaii, and I met a guy whose dad had just died. He was sitting next to me, and his earbuds were broken, which is the only way these days that you can have a conversation with a young person if they're next to you on an airplane is if their earbuds aren't working. And so we got to talking, and he had been actually living in Hawaii, and he was coming back. His dad had just died, and he was coming back to run the family farm in Montana, and he had some pretty big plans for doing that. And I thought it was a real Western story because he was bringing his life in Hawaii, he was bringing it into Montana, and he was going to cross-pollinate a little bit. And this is a song about it. I left the beaches in Hawaii for the mountains in Montana. Left the ocean for the rivers and the prairies. Left a beautiful brown woman for a beautiful brown horse. I'm hoping that whole situation's temporary. Was a stranger in a jungle on the backside of Maui, coming home to a farm I know too well. I got one hell of a tan for a white Montana man. 12 cases on the luggage carousel. 'Cause I ain't growing cabbages or corn no more. I got 700 pounds of high-grade seed. Grandpa, thank you for homesteading all that backbreaking and sweating. Now move over for the king of western weed. Holy shit, look who's coming home. That kid who wandered off one day you said was probably stoned. Yeah, chances were I was, but Montana's in my bones. The king of western weed is coming home. We're gonna modernize this farm. We're putting grow lights in the barn. We're gonna put that Maui Wowie down when the snow's still on the ground. And then we'll nurse those big, big buds in the bosom of the better earth. Gonna make the finest weed that can be found. Holy shit, look who's coming home. That kid who wandered off one day, you said he's probably stoned. Well, chances were I was, but Montana's in my bones. The king of western weed is coming home. Now, there's a one-way red-eye in the sky. I gassed up the pickup. I'm gonna drive all night till I get to Bozeman. 'Cause the Pele guy must have whispered down to his favorite daughter. He said, don't you leave that mainland boy. Holy shit, look who's coming home. Some island chick, the likes of which this town ain't ever known. She's the pineapple of mine, she's sweet as honeycomb. Yeah, the queen of western weed is coming home. Oh, did I tell you that she and me, we made this nice brown baby? She's gonna ride right through Montana on a beautiful brown steed. Hey, heads'll double take, rumors fly, and hearts'll break when they meet the princess of the western weed. Holy shit, look who's coming home. That kid who wandered off one day you said was probably stoned. Oh, chances were I was, but Montana's in my bones. The king of western weed and 1,000 pounds of seed, and his brown skin family, they're coming home.
Yeah.
Little western, little tale of the Wild West there. So if you're joining us again, we did a little shout out before for Ballard Seafood. We were all supposed to be on Ballard Seafood's stage tonight, watching you eat grilled salmon and some burgers and fries, but instead we are sheltering in place. Ballard Seafood is still open for lunch, and they take a little break in the afternoon because they drink some beer and then they fall asleep. But then they get up and they serve dinner as well. They're doing takeout, and you can even take out beer. So do frequent Ballard Seafood if you get a chance. They're right on 15th, the folks with the big mural on the side of the building. You cannot miss it. Now, why don't we unmute Mr. Martinez there? I want to give also a little shout out to Ron and his daughters, just because I'm so jealous. His daughters are listening in, and they're like saying things like "Go Dad" and stuff like that. And meanwhile, I'm sure my daughter, who's probably about the same age, is texting her friend saying, "I don't know that guy. I'm not related to him," about me. So good work, Ron. I don't know what you did, but good work.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you very much. And thank you, Abby and Jenny. So, in keeping with the country and western, I'm gonna do a cover song. This is by a guy named Kevin Sharp, and Kevin Sharp is he's passed away from cancer. So that's what originally got me interested in his music, and I just like this song, so I thought I'd try to do this tonight. We
decided to try going our own way for a while and give each other some space, but I never dreamed it would be mine. I thought she would cry, she was packing up. I guess something isn't wrong enough. She's sure taking it well, taking my heart and my soul. You think I wasn't here, falling apart, watching her go. And she knows it's killing me. You couldn't look at her and tell my heart breaking, and she's sure taking it well. There go all of my dreams, melting like sugar in the rain. I would love to believe she's only smiling through the pain. All the tears of mine, shouldn't she be sad after losing everything we had? She's sure taking it well, taking my heart and my soul. You think I wasn't here, falling apart, watching her go. And she knows it's killing me. You couldn't look at her and tell my heart's breaking, and she's sure taking it well. She's sure taking it well. She's sure taking it well. She's sure taking it well.
Nice.
All right, thank you.
Great job, Ron. Let's unmute Chris. Give him another chance here. And what are we going to hear, Chris?
Well, this one, I want to just take a minute here. You're going to hear an instrumental piece. I want to take a moment to just do a shout out. I've got some folks. I'd be kind of curious. I have the Facebook feed here on my phone, and it's really cool because I'm seeing you guys in the meeting live, and I'm seeing everything on Facebook like seconds back. So it's really strange, but I have the honor and pleasure of having a couple of folks who joined us across time zones. I have some folks from Illinois. I want to give a shout out to Ken, Elizabeth, and Rocky, watching all the way out from Illinois. Thank you all very much for joining. It's a pleasure to have you out there. Ken, I wanted to let you hear some of the stuff I've been working on, and I appreciate you joining. I know it's 10:30 out there, and I'm really glad you could join us. I also want to give a shout out to my West Coast regional best friend, Kim, whom I've done some traveling with. And this song, every time I play this, I think of you. And I think when you hear it, you'll understand the musical genres I'm drawing on, and maybe you'll remember some of the adventures we've had as well.
Nice.
Thanks. Yeah, we had an adventure in Spain, and it was just a wonderful time. And I oftentimes think we were with a bunch of her friends, and we just had this. It was just a wonderful trip, and I think about her every time I play that song.
Nice. Nice. Sounds like evening, and there was some wine involved. Just listening to the music.
Cava on the beach.
Yeah, there you go. Sometimes, I don't know, Nat, if you feel like this, but sometimes the video glitches for a second when I'm listening to our stream, which is in the present, and I'm just wondering if we need to turn off other videos. But let us know if we need to turn off our video pictures when we're not performing.
Yeah, I think it won't make a difference on my end. The band seems to be holding up well here.
Okay, great. Excellent. Great. So Jake, Mr. Jake, let's hear something again from that sweet combo you got there in the underground cave.
The underground bunker. All right, this one is a high energy song called Burn.
You're the tinder of the spark. We'll light this fire in the dark. Let our ashes fly away. Our coals are burning since yesterday. Weather's changing from rain to clear, but our fire will last us for years. In the sand, you can hear it roar. This fire screams for more. Light this fire from our hearts. Let these flames tear us apart. In the daylight, we'll split the sky. It will burn all night. Don't pour water on our fire. Oh, I feel us burn. Yeah. Oh, light this fire from our hearts. Let these flames tear us apart. In the daylight, we'll split the sky. And we'll burn all night. Yes, we'll burn all night.
Yes, end with the blues.
Nice.
Jake.
Awesome,
Nice.
thank you.
Nice jam in there. Yeah. Nat, I think, did you get my text? I think you and I switched in the order, but that's fine with me. Do you want to go or do you want me to go?
Yeah, I can go ahead.
Okay.
We definitely did switch in the order at some
Okay.
point. I think Zoom just flipped our pictures
Flipped
somewhere.
our things, yeah.
Yeah.
I was, it made sense to me. It's easy to go around in a circle. So, okay,
Yeah.
you go, and then you go, and then I'll go, and then we'll go one more time around after that, and then we'll say goodnight to all you wonderful people who are joining us out in your private little nooks and crannies out in the hinterlands.
Cool. Yeah, let me just set everything up here. switch over to me, and yeah. So, hi everybody again. One of the things that's given me some hope in the last few months has been to see workers organizing. And I love a lot of the old union songs, and I thought I'd write one about another important kind of labor. Workers of the world, it's time to stand and fight. We have taken far too much, and it's time that we unite. We are working every day, never getting any pay. There must be a better way, so now it's time to form an emotional labor union. It's time to form an emotional labor union. Your mom has a birthday, but you can't recall the date. You want to tell me all about the coworkers you hate? This is not my freaking job, just to listen to you sob. Now I'm raising up a mob to say it's time to form an emotional labor union. It's time to form an emotional labor union. We're a bargaining collective with newfound union power, and we'll listen to your problems for $50 an hour. And our contract is up for renegotiation. We want 4 weeks paid emotional vacation. Will you join us in our cause, though the fight be long and hard? If you do emotional labor, you can get your union card. You must be out or in, for it's time that we begin. We will fight and we will win today. It's time to join the emotional labor union. It's time to join the emotional labor union.
Okay, nice. I'll sign up. I'll pay my dues.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you for your support.
I thought you were going somewhere else with it. I thought you were going to go to the. I noticed that one of your friends was a doula or something like that. I thought you were going to go to the pregnancy, birth, labor union.
Oh yeah, that'd be good too.
But I like emotional labor. One of the things that I find remarkable about this world that we live in is the dichotomy of making a connection between a small group of people. You know, like all the people who are online, who are in this concert, and your friends here, your family here. The humans are so good at looking in each other's eyes and having that connection with their families and their close friends. And yet, as a world, an organism, we have such a harder time trying to organize ourselves and make it work with that same amount of grace and beauty. And this is a song about kind of those two things, about the world falling apart while you're loving somebody.
Don't know where we're going, and I don't know where it's ending. Yeah, bad news every day, that's all we hear. The more we keep on knowing, the worse this world's going for all the living creatures who are here. I can't hazard a guess what's gonna happen next. This beautiful blue planet's getting stressed. I've always been an optimist, but I'm not sure I'm up for this. I just don't see a way out of the mess. But when the day turns night. Whoa, turn out the light. Yeah, lay me down beside you. Think about my life. What's going right? And what's going right is being here with you. Oh man, this garden we're all living in, the sustenance it's given us, I can't believe the damage we've done. We act like some disease, yeah, with all our faculties. We really ought to be the guardian. So good at fixing problems, but we can't seem to solve them if they require love or common sense. I'm trying to do my part, helping hands and open heart. I don't know if I even make a dent. But when the day turns night, oh, turn out the light, then I lay me down beside you. And I think about my life and what's going right, and what's going right is being here with you. Oh, sometimes I find I'm thinking I'm on this ship that's sinking and the hull is breached. There's torn and tattered sails. It's the end of the great voyage and I'm nothing but discouraged, 'cause no one paid attention to the fortune teller's tale. I don't know if I'll ever be old enough to someday see the way this world's history will go. I once was strong and curious, now I'm so frightened I'd just be furious. Perhaps it's better that I never know. But when the day turns night, oh, turn out the light, then I lay me down beside you. And I think about my life and what's going right and what's going right. As I can close my eyes and I can drift off to sleep on a gentle breeze, where I find that peace right next to you.
Awesome, Andy.
Thank you. So, we're going to come around one more time here and just want to say thank you so much for spending. We know you have a lot to do in your house. We know you're doing a lot of stuff. You're washing the dishes, you're doing the laundry, you're making your Netflix list. There's a lot of stuff that's going on out there. And so we're so grateful that you spend it, especially your Saturday night with us. And I'm not sure we would have had all these people if we were at Ballard Seafood. So it's maybe our sharing numbers went up. I want to just shout out, one more time to support Ballard Seafood that's out there. Support Northwest Harvest for those who are in the most need in our community.
I'll drop that link one more time.
What's that?
I'll drop that link in one more time.
Okay, great. Thanks, Nat. And especially to Joy and Nat, who really worked together with the positive. Joy brought the positive human element to it, and Nat wired it up and made it real on Facebook.
Element.
Yeah. So maybe when it comes around to Nat again, if anybody's interested, you can say if you're interested in the comments, and Nat could do the super fast 30-second description of what's going on here, because it's kind of interesting if you try to do something in the round while you're remote. So Ron, last time around, what you got? What's your finale here? We got to take your sound. There you go. Okay, go for it.
Thank you, Andy. Hey, and I want to say thanks to all you guys for participating in this. Chris, thanks for your motivation. That was a great guitar piece that you just did, the flamenco influence piece. Well, I'm going to if you notice, I changed my t-shirt. UNM, Marquette. My two daughters, they are both going to school out of state, and like everybody, all students practically in all colleges, they've had to move to online classes, and they can't go out anywhere because they're restricted, they're quarantined. So it's a little bit difficult for them right now. They're having to adjust to learning in a virtual environment, and I'm just really proud of them for sticking to it and for persevering through all of this, and for supporting me. They often do. So with that in mind, I am going to do a song that I just wrote called I Wonder What She'd Say. And I think the song will explain, hopefully the song will explain what my situation has been the last 14 years. So here we go. It's called I Wonder What She'd Say. If she saw them both today, she'd know that I tried to keep my word. And if she saw them looking at her, she'd just smile, 'cause she'd see a lot of herself too. She shaped their early lives like loving mothers do, but she had to leave them in my hands with the last words, I love you. Then I promised her that I'd help them throughout their lives, but she said no, promise they'll thrive. Let them know that they are loved, and that they aim for more than just staying alive. Teach them what you know about the world you see. And as they grow, let them know not to forget about me. A yearly physical found a silent killer in her body, and the battle to survive sent her on a journey with God. She became a triathlete, a researcher, and stayed a loving mom. But on one first day of spring, she was gone. They kept me going on, running through most days, even when my soul was straying. And we all staggered through our emotional haze, learning how to thrive with this cancer caused pain. When I heard them laugh, and when I heard them sing, as they strived through their teens, nothing seemed amiss, and now we reminisce. Well, if she saw them both today, she could see that they're finding where they belong. They're the biggest part of my complex world. Why they learn to cope with the past that they choose. One day Jenny gets paid to argue, Abby to care and heal. Still they text to say hi Dad. They bring joy and hope that's real. And I wonder what she'd say. I often wonder what she'd say. Oh, I wonder what she'd say. Today.
Oh, man,
Awesome.
Beautiful, Ron.
Nice.
Thank you, and thank you, Abby and Jenny.
So Ron, so you have your music up on the web, Ron?
It's coming on. It's coming online. I'm in the process of recording it, and it's going to be at ronmartinezmusic.com.
Yeah, cool. Well, it's a great time to be recording music in your, and especially to learn how to do it in your home. I've learned a lot from Nat just this week about recording music or about using different mics into my computer, and so my education has been greatly lifted up, and it's a great time to do that, to make the most of the time that we have away, or the time that we have nested here, to do that. Let's take Chris off of mute, and I see that he's warming up and tuned up and ready to go. And Chris, was really a joy to meet you. This is the first time I think I heard you're playing, and really a joy to meet you. And what you're going to play to us for your send off here?
I don't know if I can after that song, Ron. I'm all choked up. I think about relationships, and sometimes we drift apart, and it's a universal thing. It happens everywhere. And then I took it a little too far, and maybe you'll hear that in this. It's also an excuse for a little extra noodling, but I definitely took this one a little bit too far. Watching the distant galaxies light. Can you feel the gravity? Everything was bang, and creation sang. Can you feel the gravity?
exquisite. Nice. That was great. Did you play that song for the person? Is it a person that left?
It's, it was just thinking about this whole, I started thinking about how breaking up and separating from people was a universal thing. And then I started, well, it's happening with galaxies, and then it's happening with nebula, and just, the Big Bang is this thing that happened, but we're so small and we're so tiny in the scale of things. I don't think we realize it, but the Big Bang is still going on. We're so small, we thought it happened, right? Because we're tiny. But we're actually banging in the bang right now. We are the bang. And it's still expanding. And it's still happening. And it's still this big universal thing. And we're just blowing apart. And it's this sort of, we're drifting apart. That's a sort of, anyway, I went universal with it. And I think I overdid it.
That's nice.
Thanks.
I like that. I think that Jake could write a song called Banging in the Bang. He
Yes,
could take
indeed.
that.
In the band.
He could take that all the way. He
We
could
are
take
here to
where
do
you
that.
left- Where you left off, he could take it. But I don't
We
think
are-
we're going to hear Banging in the Bang right now from Jake. I think we're going to hear something else.
That'll be
We're
so good.
definitely
drum
here
solo.
to bang in the bang.
Before we leave, Chris, is there anywhere people could find your music online?
Yeah, you can find me on, I'm on Reverb Nation, Christopher Frick on Reverb Nation. And there's a couple of YouTubes out there with me, but they're really hard to find because there's apparently a lot of people with my name out there doing very weird stuff on YouTube. So, but yeah, you can find a few YouTubes out there, and there's and not the latest and greatest stuff, but I'm out there on Reverb Nation as well. And I've got
Do you
a
sometimes,
SoundCloud.
when you see those people with your name, do you sometimes say, "Oh, those frickin' people"? No.
I leave that to others.
Okay.
Oh, great. I'm going to start using that now.
Mr. Jake, take us out with something here. What are we going to hear from the last from the bunker? The last
All
notes
right.
from the bunker.
Yeah, okay. Just before we play our last song, I'd like to thank Brian Goen on the piano and Zeke Goen on the drums for accompanying me. I couldn't have done it without them, and you guys couldn't have done this without you, and all the viewers out there. It shows 24 right now, so yeah. This next one is called All My Life. It's a doo-wop inspired song, in the key of F.
I've been flying, I've been searching. Everyone's got someone they're serving, but it's me, oh, it's me. Oh, I've been searching for It's you, I've been searching for you. We both know I've tried. You know it's hard to come back. But now's the time. We've only got just one life. It's only a matter of time.
I was singing the ooh-ahs in the background. Remote in the round and sing along all at the same time.
Yeah.
Nice.
That'd be
That's
awesome.
nice. That's
Yeah.
ready for 50s classic radio right now.
Yeah. So this song is the only song we've released so far, and you can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, and every other
All of this.
all of
or
the streaming services
Spotify, iTunes.
at Jake Rodriguez, and it's titled "All My Life."
Nice.
And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Thanksgiving Pumpkin Pie, exactly how it's spelled. And
All right.
yeah,
Seems like there's a story behind that.
yeah, just exactly how it's spelled. Because every other domain is taken. I can't even
Okay.
use jakerodriguez.com because it's
Oh yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
taken. So that's the
Yeah.
story.
There's a few Rodriguez's out there. Yeah. Well, it's great to meet you, Jake. Great to hear your music. I think maybe you and I played together at the Couth Buzzard a while back in the Songwriters Showcase.
Mm-hmm.
If you're listening and you don't know what Singers and Songwriters in Seattle is, it's an organization of about 4,000 now, 4,000 singer-songwriters, and they do showcases all over the Puget Sound. So a little shout out to them because we do a showcase at Couth Buzzard in Greenwood. There's an Indiegogo to support Couth Buzzard that's dedicated to live music and live events, a community bookstore and coffee house up there. And a lot of us have met at other singer-songwriter events around town. And if you're interested in those, Songwriters in Seattle is a great place to find out where some of those open mics are. If you want to take some of your music and get out there and put it out there in the world. And here's a person who not only puts it out there in the world, but helped us tonight make it all happen. Nat, really nice job on doing this. When you first said you were going to use a Zoom call and get us into Zoom and then somehow shoot the Zoom up through space onto Facebook, I was like, what? How could he do that? The audio on Zoom is terrible.
To be honest with you,
he
I'm
walked
amazed
us
it's
through
working.
it. Yeah, it seems to be working. So nice job, Nat.
Thank you.
Yeah. What are we going to hear?
So this is, I'd like to go out on let's see, sorry to switch over here. So this is a song about the city of Bellingham, Washington. And that's actually the first place that I lived in the state of Washington. And my wife and I moved out there for a year because she had a grad school internship, and made some great friends up there. And the people of Bellingham, you may not know this, the people of Bellingham call themselves hamsters. And as a lifelong Northeasterner, I felt myself very much a fish out of water there. But I grew to love the place, and so this is a song about that. When I came to Bellingham, felt like a constant battle to learn the city's unfamiliar ways. My friends back home would ask me, how was it in Seattle? And after I corrected them, I'd say, although I don't quite fit in, I find that I'm quite smitten. I'm not quitting, I'm admitting it today. I don't run enough, I don't hike enough, I don't like riding a bike enough, they don't care. They accept me anyway. I'm not cool enough, I'm not cute enough, I don't appreciate fruit enough, but I'm a hamster for a year, and that's okay. The corner of West North Street and Northwest Avenue, they tell me Boston's hard to get around in. Just get into your car and head in any old direction. Before long you'll be driving up a mountain. I'm in constant locomotion, I got a simple notion, and the ocean's magic potions in my brain. I'm not green enough, I'm not chill enough, I don't like walking uphill enough, I'm a liberal. but not in the right way. I'm not thin enough, I'm not queer enough, I don't like drinking craft beer enough, but I'm a hamster for a year, and that's okay. When I came to Bellingham, I had some expectations. I steeled myself for months of constant rain. But everything's so beautiful, I'd come here on vacation, make a side trip to Vancouver once again. The prospect is intriguing, I might become a vegan, walk a league without fatigue and never stray. I'm not hip enough or type B enough, I don't like using PCs enough, I don't even know how roller derby's played. I don't laugh enough, I don't smile enough, I don't even like Ryan Stiles enough, but I'm a hamster for a year, and that's no matter how I might appear. It's just I'm not weird enough, I'm not slow enough, I'm not pissed about GMOs enough. I sometimes eat fast food on Samish Way. I'm not punk enough, I'm not hot enough, and I don't vaporize pot enough, but I'm a hamster for a year. I'll even try the beer, but I'm a hamster for a year. That's okay.
Woo! I
Thank
think
you.
you need to make a YouTube video of that with you dressed up like a hamster,
Ooh.
jumping around with your friends dressed up as hamsters. I think that would go viral.
Gotta find myself a hamster costume.
Yeah, well, you could just kind of do some face paint and some ears and stuff like that.
I like it.
But that's
So you're,
awesome.
You're volunteering to paint my face, right?
Yeah, I am. Yes, You've seen that's the cover of my a CD I made with that. That's actually me on the cover of the with painted face. I got somebody from the opera who paints like spirits on people's faces to paint my face. I said, just don't make it symmetrical, and that's what she did to me. Well, we've come to the end here, and I'm gonna do one more song, and then we're gonna head out again. Thanks so much to Joy and Nat for making this happen, and thanks to Ballard Seafood for actually making the spark to make it happen a while back. Northwest Harvest, we support you. Keep up the fine work. Ron Martinez's daughters, get back to work. Stop horsing around. Stay away from those people. Social distancing. So I was going to do a sing-along, which I thought was going to be great. We could all be singing along in our own places. You know, it totally wouldn't work because I tried doing a sing-along on Zoom, and actually I'm 1 second in front of the rest of my Zoom buddies. And then all of us who are on the performers, we're about a minute or a minute and a half in front of where you people are on Facebook. So we're in the future. We can see the future. We're experiencing the future right now. And it's pretty much the same as what you're going through. You know, we're sending a message back to the past that it's pretty much the same, right? We're still sheltered in place a minute and a half from now. But I was going to do a sing-along, but then Chris Frick got all cosmic on me about the Big Bang, and so I thought maybe I'd sing something a little more cosmic, and since Chris did an instrumental and he can actually play guitar, I thought I'd do a cappella just to take us out for the night, which is it's cosmic to me. It's spiritual to me. I hope it is to you, but it's about this moment that we're living in, which might be this moment, or it might be your moment a minute and a half from now, but really it's all the same moment. We're all in it together. And it goes like this. I got to just find an A. Did you know there's a billion planets like Earth that are rolling out there in the blue? I'm not a real big romantic, but what are the chances I'd end up on this one
and that you'd be here too. Well, there's billions of people right here on the earth, and a million places anyone can be. Oh, I just can't imagine how all this could happen, and that you'd end up sitting here with me. It's like these little moments got wrapped up in paper and sent down like a gift from the heavens, meant for us here to open together. Or maybe that's why they call it the present. What if the past is just stories we tell 'cause we don't want to say goodbye? And what if the future is nothing at all, just your mind getting mixed up like an impatient child? What if the sight and the sound and the touch of this 1 second right here on earth makes me high as a kite, and I look in your eyes and we smile so wide our cheeks hurt? Oh, it's like these little moments got wrapped up in paper and sent down like a gift from the heavens, made for us here to open together. I think that's why they call this the present. Did you know that the earth and the moon and the sky, well, they've all been here for billions of years? And it just blows my mind that in all of that time, I'd come along now exactly when you appeared. I don't have a story that I tell about God, but I do love a good mystery. And the best one I found, it's happening now. It's all about you and me. Oh, it's like these little moments got wrapped up in paper and sent down like a gift from the heavens, with ribbons and bows meant for all us to open. Yeah, maybe that's why they named it something that don't really explain it. And maybe that's why they call this the present.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you, Nat, for doing all that technical work. Thank you, Rue, for hosting.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thanks everybody for watching.
Chris, Andy, Jake, Nat.
This is our drummer.
Drummer Zeke.
Drummer Zeke. Nice. I noticed that Zeke appeared and all the toilet paper's gone. Is there a coincidence between that?
Ran out.
Could be.
Yeah, could be. Hey, okay, so like tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., let's do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm there.
9 a.m. Oh, man.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Yeah. Okay, people, be safe out there. Do the right thing. Take care of each other.
Stay safe.
Stay safe, everyone.
All right.
Wash your hands.
Have a good night.
Have a good one.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye.